How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Ultimatum League. We are currently in Act 7, halfway through Act 7, slowly making it through the acts, taking our sweet time and having lots of fun doing it. Hey, Game Top, how's it going, man? So, we are still with a 4 link. I do have some available 5 links, I believe, that I can upgrade to, but I need some more stats / levels. Halfway through Act 7. Hopefully we'll make it halfway through Act 8 today. It's looking like we'll be playing for maybe 2 hours, so maybe we'll get to Act 9 even, depending on how far we take it with our gear. But otherwise, you know, things are looking pretty good. I got a much better weapon since last time. I'm working with a bunch of other skills now. We're going double cries with Enduring Cry plus Seismic Cry. I dropped Multi-Strike, and I've kind of discussed this already in our videos, and I added Corrupting Fever as well for a little bit of extra damage. And it seems to be going pretty well. DPS is looking pretty decent. Our bleed damage is looking pretty good too. So yeah, like, and then with the addition of adding, what's this jewel? The rapid expansion, we also managed to maintain a decent amount of endurance charges. So I feel pretty tanky as well. There are times where I get chunked by, I actually don't know what, by something. Something's chunking me quite a bit. But overall, it's going well. Man, I don't have freaking maps. I'm in T4, T3 maps, and I can't get T5, 6. I need a bow to start using my main build. That's kind of weird. You know, typically map... I guess you just need to focus on working on more bonuses, right? Because I feel like typically maps... Oh, is this a new room? Upgrades 1 adjacent by 1 tier. Typically map sustain, especially early on, isn't too hard, from my understanding. But maybe I'm wrong there. Okay, I don't imagine I would have much clear speed with regards to incursions. I feel like I shouldn't be able to complete it, but let's give it a try. I guess it's going somewhat fast. No, I can't do it. Let's try to push it a little. Just use all the Vol ground slams. Open any door. This door. Okay, at least I managed to open up a path. That's good. Come on. Oh, there's another one. Oh, make it! I made it. Okay, I managed to open up 2 paths. That's actually pretty good. For some reason, I thought I was playing like my my Righteous Fire build, and I just kind of ran through everything without bothering to kill. That kind of caused me to slow down. Obviously, the timer started going down very quickly. No, maps have low drop rate, but what happened? Like, nothing, they didn't stealth nerf it or anything, I don't understand. Why did map drop rates go so low all of a sudden? Is it because, like, you know, we're just not used to having the bonuses? I don't understand. Alright, so I need to focus on actually killing stuff instead of just running through everything. Help, I have fallen for the drug that is Cyclone, need a way out. Oh, that is... There's no way out of Cyclone. Although I guess for some people they might say there's an easy way out, because I would imagine there are some people who actually don't like Cyclone. But I know a lot of people who, you know, who enjoy playing Cyclone. I think it's actually a pretty fun skill. Others might say otherwise. But there's nothing wrong with the drug that is Cyclone, because it is one hell of a drug. I will agree to that. Heyo, heyo, what's up, Dream? Time to pay $5 for one stream and see y'all next month? You know, that statement is not wrong. Hey, I heard they buffed it so that or they changed incursion so you can actually see when it turns full. That's kind of nice. It's actually a lot more obvious now. Yeah, I like that. No, 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 no. Got my first ascendancy. I also slept at 10 a.m. Yeah, I was in bed and I kept hearing like, basically I heard messages on Discord on my phone and I'm like, what the heck? At like 8 a.m. I'm like, what is that? Who's messaging? And I checked, it was Potato. I'm like, oh my god, he probably stayed up all night playing. My Orobot and I both changed our builds a bit, and now I barely die in maps. Poggies. It's awesome. Honestly, I hate dying in maps. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the one thing that just kind of annoys me the most. I don't care too much if I don't have no DPS, but if I die all the time, I get super annoyed. And I died a lot. Like last league, I was dying a whole lot. But I guess that's what happens when you play weird builds or don't know how to build your characters. At the end of the game, you know, PoE, it's still a game of knowledge. If you want to do extremely well, sometimes you gotta know what you're doing, and a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing, unfortunately. I found an X in Act 6? Yo! Congrats, man. It's always nice to find an Exalt, especially early on. You know? Because it's like, the most rewarding stuff is the stuff you get when you don't expect it. That's why it's nice to win the lottery, you know what I mean? I don't know if yours better, but damage? Oh, I got damaged. Look at that. I managed to pick that up in the heist. Threw it on the benchcraft, and it's looking pretty good. Turns out that 2k HP build can survive with 9... Oh yeah, you got a lot of defenses, huh?
This trial may be the one that brings about your defeat.
Alright, stand in stone circles. Okay.
Vengeance is cold indeed.
Why is Zoff's bow so expensive right now? Yeah. I mean, you could try farming it, I guess. Just do a bunch of breaches. Maybe? I don't know. Try and do like that region with all the breaches. Maybe start with that. Zoff breaches are ADC, but those are breach stones, right? Like, can't you just do the Maven? Like, do the Maven zone? I guess that's kind of hard to farm right now. What's that area? Lyra? Is it Lyra or Thane? I actually don't know. But yeah, there's like one specific area that, you know, that has extra breaches, right? And increased chance to get breaches. I mean, you would probably have to target farm that area if you're just farming it. Or you could just save up a lot of money, but it sounds like that's kind of hard to do. How much is a Zoff's bow right now? Reaching dead. You know, I actually don't feel that bad when I die in an Ultimatum. Like, when I died in Ritual, it was quite frustrating. And when I died in Heist, it was even more frustrating. But in Ultimatum, when I die, I take it pretty well. Maybe it's because I'm not in maps yet? Players up less AoE? I don't like the sound of that. Let's do this Raging Dead one. Oh my god, I'm just getting surrounded by everything. I definitely need to look at getting Fortify soon. I think I need another layer of defense. Discipline, quality, okay.
Spreads.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Ooh! Things are starting to really hurt. Okay.
For now, the victor
Alright, we managed to do it. That was okay. It was definitely getting rough though. The blessing is 2.2 exalts. 2.5 exalts for Azovs. Oh my god. 5 link is 2.5. Okay, yeah, that's pretty expensive.
That would only slow me down.
How much worth it to get unwavering stance on the passive tree? Like, is it worth it? It's worth it for mana builds. I spent 18C for a tabula? Everything's so expensive right now, huh? I'm just rolling with a 4-link right now. Wow, that freaking hurts. Someone got a tabula from the trial master? Poggies. Like I said, you know, the best jobs are the ones that you don't expect. That's where all the dopamine comes from. For each hit you've taken recently, up to 5%. Sure. So it's my duty to get the best stuff in Trial Master? Headhunter, let's go. Let's go, Headhunter. Let's go, Potato.
Goodbye.
Okay. What's my current belt? Some resistance, quite a bit of life. This one is 10% life, no resistance, strength, and a bit of damage. I actually get less life with this. Huh, okay, well, good to know.
Journey well.
What would you
Alright, Aramir, give me all those skill books.
Greetings.
2 passive points, that's super pog. And we're gonna get some damage over here. And, I guess HP is my guess. I was thinking Call to Arms, but now that I'm doing double Warcry, I actually kind of like that. Like, Warcry speed would be kind of cool. Exert attacks deal increased damage, but I don't think that does anything for my bleed stuff. Let's just grab more HP for now. Cooldown recovery. One thing I could think about is, like... Like, maybe damage over time? Like, bleeding damage over time? That'd be nice.
Bye.
I need one more trial to get my last ascendancy. You guys are so far ahead. Holy cow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, you guys go much faster than me. I don't even think it's a matter of time, you know? Like, I probably have quite a few hours on this character. What's my blade? There's like 10 hours on this character. I was actually supposed to,
Corrupted creature.
I was supposed to start streaming a little bit earlier today. But even though I'm on vacation, I guess I'm a workaholic and I don't know how to stop. And I ended up joining like a meeting that I thought would be quite important that I didn't want to miss. So that kind of burned through like my afternoon. Even though I took a day off, I ended up, you know, working anyways. Do I have all the fireflies? I do. Okay. So we can get out of here. But yeah, probably gonna spend a little bit of time Try and get some gaming done. Hopefully we'll make it to Act 9, I'm hoping. Chances are it's gonna be more like end of Act 8. Working man Pog. Hey Jackie, how's it going, man? Long time no talk. Your played is 10 hours? Mine is 24 hours? Okay, so maybe there is a time factor involved as well, but even in like the 10 hours, you would have gotten way ahead of me, for sure. But yeah, I think we've been so what, it's been like it's day 3. So I've been averaging like 3 hours a day of played time, I guess. Which is pretty good. I think any more would be overkill for me anyways. I think this is about the right amount. Is good. I'm procrastinating right now. Are you on break or anything, or? Sacrifice at noon. What's that for? If you get 4 of those pieces, so it turns into circles. You have the top, you have the bottom left piece. If you get all 4 pieces and you put it in a map device, which is an endgame thing for maps, you get to fight Aziri, which is a boss. So it's for boss fights. Also, you can use it to. It counts as quality on your maps, but if you put it in the map device with another map. And also, if you run it individually on a map device, it starts a Vol side area. But basically, you don't need it until you get into maps. I'm done with classes for the day. I just have stuff due later this week. Lol, imagine doing schoolwork. You know, a lot of people, they look back and they're like, I miss school. I wish I could go. You know, if I had the chance, I would go back. But I look back and I'm like, it was a lot of work, guys. Like, I don't actually want to go back to school. I don't know why some people do. I wouldn't mind going back to like high school. I wouldn't mind going back to high school or middle school, but like as a more mature version of me. I look back at myself when I was much younger and I'm like, man, half the stuff I worried about is like, who cares? Like a lot of stuff that stressed me out. It's like, oh no, what if this person thinks of me like that? Nowadays, I'm like, man, if they thought of me like that, like nowadays, I just tell them like, fuck off. I don't care. But like, I was so worried about my own self-image and perception of others. Now that I'm a little bit older, I'm just like, no, I actually don't care what people think. What's this for? Ooh, so that is, if you get 9 of those cards, so notice how it says 1 out of 9, you can turn it in either in Act 4, Tasuni, or in your hideout with Navali. And basically you collect the whole set of cards and you turn it in, you'll get that item. Excuse me, high school was lame. 6 hours of school and your day was done. High school was fun. I really enjoyed it. I like middle school more, but basically it's just fun to like hang out with all your friends and, you know, like do wacky stuff. Get in trouble.
I'm not up to that just yet.
And make it double. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. High school was like a fun period. If I look back at like my most memorable or most fun periods of my life, and like part of it is like when you're that young, impressions matter so much, right? So like even the smallest thing maybe affects you like more emotionally. But I feel like those were the times that had like the most lasting impressions on me. So it's like, I feel like it would be fun to go back, you know? And honestly, school wasn't that hard, so a lot of times it was a lot more of a social aspect than anything else. Whereas once I got to college, it was just very much like, oh, you just gotta study hard. 6 hours of school and you're done is true though. I mean, it wasn't very much school. But that means you had a lot more time to do other stuff, right? One thing I did enjoy though when I went to college was the independence, for sure. I was living at home the whole time, and then once I went to college, I started living on my own. And you know, it's a two-sided sword, like, or it's a double-sided sword because you know, you get the independence, but then you need to also have the willpower to like not procrastinate and maybe make your own meals. And I didn't do any of that stuff. I mean, I think I was, no, let's be real, I'm a very bad with regards to procrastination. So like, you know, I would stay up all the time trying to finish my assignments, all-nighters, day in, day out. And then like with regards to cooking my own meals, I never cooked my own meals either. I just went out and bought all kinds of stuff, gained a lot of weight. And it was only after I, you know, graduated, started actually living on my own, managing my own money and everything, that I'm like, oh man, you know, gotta fix some of this stuff. And you know, I had to manage my own timelines at work as well. School actually, you know, didn't help. Like university didn't help me develop a lot of those soft skills, I think. You know, time management and organization. It actually got worse when I started living on my own. Speaking of staying up late all the time, I remember one occasion, it was like in my first or second year. Like I really just didn't have good time management skills, and I ended up staying up, pulling like 24-hour, like being up all night till like 7 a.m. doing math assignments and stuff. And you had to hand these assignments in person. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't help when you have assignments after class. Yeah, a lot of time I wouldn't do it until like the last minute, and I'd stay up. So there was one occasion, it must have been like a calculus assignment, I forget, some kind of math assignment. And you had to hand it in. They have like these office drop-off boxes. So you have to walk onto campus and drop off these assignments. And like the latest you can hand it in is like next morning at 6 a.m. So I was up till like 4 a.m. trying to finish the assignment, finally finished at 4:30. Made it to campus. And I think I told this story before. I made it to campus at like 5 a.m. or 4:45. You had to hand it in by 6 a.m. or something like that. And I was so tired. The first thing I did was I dropped off my assignment in the wrong box. I dropped it in like another teacher or another class's box. There were multiple boxes. And I'm like, oh my god, this is... it's over. I put it in the wrong box. I'm going to get a 0. So I ended up making like... And like lots of people were still coming in, handing in their assignments as well. It's not like the place was empty. So I would like hide in the classroom. And then whenever anyone showed up, I would like hide and run away. And when they would walked away, I would come back and try to like get my assignment out. And I made like a makeshift hook with, I think, a coat hanger. I think I found like a coat hanger in a random like school closet. I bent it and turned it into a hook, and I kind of pulled out my assignment. And that took like 30 minutes. I was so stressed out. I was like, I'm gonna get caught for fucking cheating or something, because they're gonna think I'm trying to like copy someone else's work by stealing their assignment. I was so freaking stressed out. Anyways, eventually I ended up handing in my assignment. I was so tired. At that point, it was like 5:30 a.m. And I'm walking back to my dormitories from the building, and there was only one path back to the dorms. Couldn't you just tell them? I don't know. At the time, I didn't think it through. And at that point, I think it might have been too late. I didn't want to get partial marks, but yeah, I hooked it out, and luckily there wasn't another assignment on top of mine, so I just had to grab the first piece of paper. Basically, there was a little staple on it, and I like hooked the staple, and then like I got it out. Anyway, so on the way back, I'm super tired. All I wanted to do was go to bed. And there's only one path back to the dormitories. So I'm walking on this path, trying to get home, all tired, and I see somebody walking in front of me, right? So I don't know if you guys do this, but you know how you like, if there's somebody walking in front of you, it's kind of awkward, because you either have to match their pace and walk behind them, or you have to go really fast, faster than what you're used to maybe, and like pass them and continue to go fast so they don't have to pass you, so that it doesn't get awkward, right? And I chose to match the pace because I'm like, I don't want to freaking, you know, they were pretty far ahead of me, to be fair. They were pretty far ahead. And it was like this girl, I think she had handed in a math assignment too, or whatever. I don't know. She was walking home at 5 a.m. And I was so tired. I just wanted to get home. So I started walking and I matched like the distance. And we're walking. It's the same distance. And I would say it's probably like a car's length away, or maybe 2 cars length. It was pretty far. So you know, 2 cars lengths away, and it was like, okay, I gotta walk fast just to catch up to her and then pass her. That's a long distance. I'm just gonna match it, right? And then she started walking faster, and I'm like, oh sweet. If she starts walking faster, that means I can walk faster, you know, and I get home faster. So I start walking faster too. I'm matching the distance. And then she starts walking real fast. And then I'm like, sweet, I can get home even faster. But also in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, she might think I'm some kind of like creepy stalker or something, right? I kind of feel bad, but I didn't care. I just wanted to go home. And then by the time we were like 3/4 of the way through the path, this girl had broken out in a run because she thought I was probably after her or something. And at that point, I thought it was kind of funny. So I break out in like a slow jog as well. I just wanted to get home. I wanted to go to bed, okay? She just freaked out and ran home. I'm like, dude, I get home faster. I don't care. You know, I'm not actually doing anything. I just freaked her out at 5 a.m. in the morning. I felt kind of bad after. But I got back to my dorms. I still had some friends in like my dorm room. Because we were doing the assignment together, and I handed all of our assignments in together. And they were like, dude, what took you so long? And I'm like, oh man, you won't believe what just happened. I told them the story. We never found out who that girl was because I actually never got to see her face, right? I only saw the back of her head. Just frantically trying to get away. And okay, to be fair, I didn't break out in a full-out sprint. You know, it was like a, you know, like a 3-mile-an-hour kind of pace, right? Like she was jogging, I'm kind of tall, so I was just like, you know, like power walking. I'd have been freaked the fuck out. I'm sure she freaked out. Hey man, lesson learned. If you don't want that to happen, don't hand in your assignment at 5 a.m. I felt kind of bad. But in the heat of the moment, I thought it was kind of funny too because, you know, I wasn't doing anything. I just wanted to get home. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. But she was tiny. It's like some tiny Asian girl or something. Should have ran pretending you were a zombie? No, that's just weird. Wasted opportunity?
You are captured, stupid beast.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Lestat? I missed that. But yeah, that's my story of how I freaked out a girl in her first year. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a freshman. And this was like a month in. Racist, not all Asians are small? Yeah, but it was a tiny Asian girl. I mean, what else was I supposed to say? It was... I guess I should have left out the Asian part. But to be fair, my school was like... They were all Asian. Am I Asian? I am Asian. I am Oriental Asian. Are there items I got to look out for you for your build? Wait, who is this? Hold the stat. I am looking for Ongil. No wait, what's the crit amulet? Ongils? Imagine being 6 feet. Ongil's Harmony? Fallacy? Harmony. Yeah, Harmony. The one with a lot of crit. I want that. It should be pretty easy. I'm not like in any rush to get it. I'm sure eventually as I farm, I'll just naturally get it. Those things drop, you know, pretty quickly.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Okay, I mean, honestly, I thought we would have more trouble, but I mean, our damage isn't insane, but this is going pretty well. There we go.
That would only slow me down.
You just slam the boss over and over.
Death is the true climax of perverted lust. Remember, humanity needs us.
Okay. Onwards to Act 8, I think? Yeah, Act 8. So what am I hoping to do today? Let's see, it's been 30 minutes. Probably get to Act 9 is what I'm hoping for. If I could get to Act 10, that would be even better, but I kind of doubt it based off how much we're going to play today. We're probably going to play until maybe 5 p.m. Apparently it's going to get really cold. It's going to drop by 15 degrees Celsius tomorrow. So it's going to go into the negatives. So there's a possibility of snow tomorrow from what I hear, or at least frost. So I kind of want to take some time and enjoy the warm weather while I can. The wife is working right now, so, you know, once she's done work, maybe we're going to go out for a walk. I've been starting to get into a routine, you know, wake up in the morning, get some coffee, watch some TV, watch some YouTube maybe, tend to the garden. I've been trying to tend to the garden a little bit more, and then play some games, at least on my days off. There's not much to do, admittedly, with COVID. Canada, especially in my province, things are so messed up. You know, at least you guys get to go out. Over here, we're on very strict lockdowns. Apparently, police can ask, why are you outside? And, you know, what's the purpose? And if it's not a proper purpose, they'll fine you like freaking $700 for being outside. We're in some pretty strict lockdowns.
Don't do anything.
You can only go outside to, like, I don't know, grocery shop. What else? Like medical emergencies. It's messed up, man. Work, I guess. What am I growing? Just growing some herbs, but I'm kind of really worried about, like, my wife is growing a bunch of flowers for a garden. We just moved into a place, so, you know, having a backyard and a garden is a new thing for us. So we've been trying to just grow our own plants. And for me, like, I don't care about flowers necessarily. Grow weed, it's legal. I mean, lots of people do it. I know, have a lot of friends and coworkers who have like these giant weed bushes. They actually get huge. They're like friggin' trees. But for me, like, I'm more about like growing food, or like growing stuff that's annoying to buy at the grocery store. So I kind of want to grow out some herbs like coriander, cilantro, parsley. You know, all this stuff where it's like, I buy it at the store, I use maybe 1/10 of it, and then the rest of it goes bad because I don't use it anymore. So I want to get some of like the nicer, grow some herbs and, you know, occasionally cut them and make food with it. If they ask you, and if the cops is a guy, tell them the wife demanded to walk, and it ain't gonna make her mad. I mean, yeah. So like going outside for exercise is fine. Apparently they're okay with that. Kishara's star. I need to hand in this quest, huh? Who is it? Helena.
Farewell.
For an amulet. Dex int.
Journey well. Greetings. Journey well.
Got a bunch of quests to hand in still over here. And I actually have a bunch of quests. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, a bunch of quests I still have to do in like Act 6, I think. Yeah, I haven't killed a Cloven one. And then also Act 5, I haven't done a bunch of quests. So I'm actually missing like a whole bunch of passive skill points that kind of have to go back and pick up later. Feeling a little lazy right now though, so we're just gonna ignore it and get to it later, I think. What do I get right now? Well, since I don't really know, I could either go here for more damage. I could grab more HP. How much do I have? 2100? Honestly, it's not much. Where are all the life notes? Here. Okay. Yeah, let's grab a bit more HP here. And then I probably want to look at getting cluster jewels eventually once I get into maps. Like physical damage clusters, physical damage over time. That would probably help a lot. But again, we're pretty much winging it, so I don't have a very concrete idea of what I want to do. Actually, one thing I want to do is pick up a 5-link. I do think I have one somewhere, but I just don't have the right colors for it. Good luck? Good luck with what? Cluster jewels? Actually, I should look into getting more endurance charges, like raising my max endurance charge. Endurance charge generation seems to be pretty easy right now. Why, are cluster jewels really hard to get right now? It's a lot of money.
I'm not up to that just yet.
I could see that. Especially the good ones. Fire damage multi-cluster was 25C. Wow, there isn't even that much on it. Okay. Okay, I guess I understand. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to, if that's the case, maybe we'll just go without cluster jewels for a while, and we'll respec into it in the future. We'll go the non-cluster route and just try and get some damage from the tree itself. Maybe some more defenses. What level am I? Level 59. I should actually look into doing the Cruel Labyrinth. I should look into that soon. Okay. So far, damage is just freaking... It's amazing. Very happy with it. So progression, you know, definitely has picked up a little bit. Feeling pretty good. Obviously, this is not representative at all of what it's going to be like in maps, because that's when you start noticing, oh no, I have no damage. But for now, the progression is, it feels good. Definitely feels pretty good. Ground Slam is actually a pretty cool skill. You know, it seems very vanilla, but it's very fun. It's very satisfying to see.
Do not worry, little beast. We are friends now.
Man, Luigi's cesspool is just... It's such a huge area. Holy crap. So easy to get lost. Alrighty. Alright, we got him. We got him. You just used all your Vol ground slams and... You bonk them. I actually got pretty lucky with a cluster. Got a medium channeling cluster. This feeds my cyclone addiction. Oh yeah, that is pretty good. Always nice when you get the drops you need, right? It's probably one of the nice things about playing something like Solo Southbound, which is like everything is self-dropped, and everything probably feels like, oh, you know, wow, I really needed this thing, Pog.
Tell me something.
Sometimes it's like, I didn't need this, but I'm gonna use it because there's nothing better. I guess those kinds of situations happen as well.
Stay out of the shadows.
So I guess there are pros and cons to Solo Self-Found.
Watch yourself.
I'm happy that my first cluster was a good one that I need for endgame. You know what though? I'm quite surprised cluster jewels are so expensive because, like, there's still a lot of deliriums and there's so many ways to get cluster jewels, right? You could do heists, you could do like all kinds of stuff that'll give you cluster jewels. Okay, so we do have a 5-link available and I've been waiting for this. So let's do ground slam, melee physical. Chance to bleed. What's my last one? Brutality? Yeah, that'll work. Let's see what happens to my damage if I do that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Actually, this thing isn't even crafted. I need to put something on it. Do I have a decent essence? Yeah, like a life essence. Some life. In the future, I could maybe craft some resistance, so that's good. And then we can actually give Corrupting Fever some decent jewels, or it's the support gems. So let's see what we want. I don't play SSF. I just basically never trade. That's like me in the first 2 weeks probably. Cluster jewels are broken, and well-rolled ones are hard to roll. So they're always expensive. That's fair. I used 2 fire overtime clusters and it increased my DPS a lot. Yeah, definitely like when you're looking to increase your DPS, cluster jewels are a way to go, I would say. Okay, so brutality. What's bloodthirsty? Right, that's the new gem. Added physical equal to 2% of maximum life while on low life. That's a pretty cool one. Cruelty. Will this work? With Corrupting Fever? No. It's with hits. Okay, what affects bleed damage? You were when chasing a girl. More spell damage, efficacy. There's ailments. What should I put on this? Deadly ailments? More damage over time. Swift affliction. Reduced duration though, I don't like that. Increased duration. More damage with ailments. Corrupting fever isn't ailments, it's just damage over time. Spell damage? Control destruction? No. What affects corrupting fever? Physical duration spell. I actually don't know, so I'm just gonna stick brutality on this for now, and then I'll figure it out later, I guess. I mean, I'm not using corrupting fever that much, it's mostly ground slam. Did you see a new crafting recipe was found? Yeah, that was really cool. Basically +1 wands. 3 good mods for you. Damage over time. Chance to cause bleeding, bleeding duration. Yeah, that's actually really good. I actually found a really good jewel the other day. It's still in my shop. I don't know how much to sell it for, but check this out. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. Increased spell damage. Cast speed while wielding a staff. Global crit strike multi, and then crit strike multi with lightning skills. So this would be like some kind of lightning build. And a corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. I saw this. I'm like, wow, this is a crazy good gem. I found this in an ultimatum. No idea how much to sell it for though. I will take this jewel. Thank you very much. Now I have 2 more points I could put into my build, you know. Definitely I should be looking at grabbing some more jewel sockets. But yeah, the new crafting recipe, +1 wands or +1 weapons. You sacrifice 40%, you sell a weapon together with 40% worth of skill gems, and then you get a +1 weapon with of like that element. So if you sell like 40% worth of fire skills, you get +1 to fire weapon. That's really useful. Probably more useful for like a twink character, like a character that you're playing the second time around, because you're not gonna have 40% worth of jewels on your first league starter. But definitely useful if you want to do like more crafting in the future with +1. It opens up like quite a few options, I think. It's good for SSF as well, yeah. And then you know how there are like harvest options where... Actually, no, harvest... Nah. But like the fact that you can deterministically start with a +1 blue is probably pretty good. Or it makes your crafting a little bit easier. FML, I just did a elemental reflect map. Yikes. You can imprint it too if you augment a good suffix. Yeah. True. I wonder if you can no, the recipe, like say you use the recipe with a fractured item, it probably doesn't work that way, right? It'll remove your fractured mod. Like if you manage to fracture +1 to all spells. No, they're both prefixes, it wouldn't work. But it's nice, like there are, you know, I remember there were leagues, there were times where people would fracture, and it's a little bit different, but people would fracture +1 to all spells, or +1 to fire or something. And, you know, just starting with that jewel is like, or with that stat is very important, right? Works on influence items. That's true, but influence item wands, I don't... For +1... I don't know what you would use that on. Or like what influence you would use it on. But I'm sure someone will figure something out. But it definitely makes it easier to fracture, I guess. You just need to get a bunch of fracture mods. But now you have easy access to +1,
Brief string of victories.
which is actually really good. Someone will create something godly with it. I have no doubt about that. Probably, maybe you can do something in combination with essences. Like, I'm thinking about fractures. But yeah, but basically anything that scales with like +1, you'll benefit from it. But definitely, like, you know, the biggest benefit is like SSF, leveling second characters, or leveling new characters with a different element. As long as you have enough skill gems, you'll be able to do it.
Vengeance is cold indeed.
Let's do an ultimatum, get a little bit of EXP. I've actually been getting most of my items and experience through heists. Again, you know, they never really nerfed heists, so you just get so much gear, experience, and like, maybe not currency, not early on, unless you're doing grand heists. Actually, no, it's a decent amount. But whenever I'm just like, you know, playing casually without actually thinking about, you know, streaming or recording, like if I'm just playing for 20 minutes, I run a heist, and I managed to get like a lot of stuff so far. We just dropped 5, 6 links from one strongbox? Oh my god.
Night's madness drains away all hope.
Oh, oh, no, 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 no. These guys are starting to hurt.
I'm not up to that just yet.
I think we call it right here. Let's take the rewards.
Choice.
Because I wanted the Chaos Orbs, I didn't want to lose those. Okay. Man, these guys... My weapon's still very good, clearly. Still doing a lot of damage. Oh, here's a trial. There's another lever. There we go. Very easy trial again. Okay, we're doing them in the right order as well, which is good. I'm not missing any. Want to see my cool self-crafted boot? Yeah, sure. Anarchy Spark. Life, 25% resistance, or 25% movement speed, and a bunch of resistances. Cool. What's the max ultimatum you've done so far? I think 6, maybe 7. It was pretty early on, I think. Or was it? 1 transmute to get this crafted. Nice. Boots are actually, from my experience, they're kind of hard to craft. Because there are just all kinds of wacky mods, and the requirements are quite strict. You know, you need high movement speed. You need like good life, good resistances. Just a lot of mods you need to hit. Hell yeah, our Enlightened 3 hit +1 on the Vol. Congrats, man. Those are always, like I said, those are the best, you know, the best moments. You do the gamble and you succeed. That's what we play this game for. Not if you have the transmutation prophecy. Literally, you hit it with a transmute and just hope for the best. That's hilarious. Okay, what do you have for me? A random jewel? Okay.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Ow, the spiky guys actually hurt a lot. Okay. Ow, ow. Okay, here we go. Oh man, there's a lot of cold damage. Do I not have cold resistance? I do. Why does it feel like they're doing so much to me? Whew. Alright, we got him anyways. Ugh. Ugh. Nice try, buddy.
Are thus shattered. Farewell.
Actually, I should be looking at getting Shavs? Hog. What am I looking at? Oh, 6-socket. Nice. Was that 1 jeweler or something? I meant to send the 6-socket to guild. Oh,
Need something?
Okay.
Watch yourself.
So we're looking to get one more jewel socket. And then that's a good jewel we're gonna keep. Turn this one in.
Don't do anything. You found them. No easy feat.
I guess we take this and we just freaking vol it, right? Boop. Damage penetrates elemental resistances. Okay. Right, I was thinking. So I have brutality on here, but why don't I try out fortify? What does that give me? So ground slam, cruelty, melee physical, chance to bleed, brutality. Those are all pretty good. Those are all good. Fortify. It gives me increased 20% more damage. I mean, brutality gives me so much more damage. Let's just run brutality for now. I don't think I necessarily am in desperate need of fortify. I do need to find a way of getting fortify. We could always do like General's Cry, Vigilant Strike. That's still a thing. Maybe. And that way I don't need to put in an extra socket for fortify. But that's another war cry that we have to do.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Anyways, let's just keep going for now. Making pretty good progress, I would say. Getting a little hungry. Okay, so that stat is going to give us the jewel socket that we need. Wait, I already got the jewel socket. Well, you know what? We can always work on a... That's not the jewel socket. That's endurance. That's frenzy. Let's refund that. Okay, there we go. That hurts. Regrets are still pricey. No regrets. No regrets, guys. Soul brand, what is this? I think mine is still better. Mine has more attack speed. I could craft physical damage onto that though. Sure, can you drop it in a guild stash? I'll take a look at it. It might be better.
4 rounds should be an easy mark to beat. Avoid the miasma.
Poor corrupted creature.
Miasma spreads.
My character is all of the regrets. I've consumed all respect points I've gained so far. I have consumed quite a few as well. I'm just gonna assume that I'll make up the regret orbs in the future, you know? I never bother to sell regret orbs, so they just sit in my stash. As long as I don't need to go out and buy regret orbs, it's fine. Okay, let's try and defeat as many waves as we can, right? So 3 waves so far. Let's do limited arena.
Too far and find pain.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. That's basically what this is, right? Frozen postules.
Vengeance is cold indeed.
I'm not up to that just yet.
You play the game well, challenger.
Huh, it actually finished.
Your luck, and
I thought there would be more waves than that.
we shall meet again.
My Orobot and I have been doing a lot of respecking. I mean, it's fine. I feel like sometimes you need to respec just so that your build can stay optimized. Or if like some people go in with the purpose of respecking. Like I'll do this and then after that I'm gonna respec into something else. I'm gonna respec these points. So, you know, it happens quite often actually. Regrets are pricey. Yeah, I guess if you respec a lot and you don't use like the default amount that the game gives you, it could be quite expensive. It adds up, definitely. Like I'm pretty sure in my stash I only have like 3 regret orbs. But like, you know, the game gives you like 20 something, so after that the idea is you want to respec because, you know, you get stuff that you get certain nodes that are more beneficial early, or like in order for your build to work you get certain points early and then you respec into it later. So like you got to factor that into the cost of the build, right? Like if you don't do that you can't play the build, or you purposely did that and adjusted for the opportunity cost. So I mean, sure, it's fine. Now you're probably like a lot stronger or a lot tankier or whatever. I guess a lot tankier in your case. So it's worth it. Moving branches around. The worst ones is like you took the wrong branch, so you have to take off the entire branch just to save like 2 points or something, right? Like instead of going the left path, you took the right path. But if you had gone the left path, you would have saved 2 points. So now you have to like reconnect all of the left path and then respec out of the right path. Those are like the worst. Those are the ones where I kick myself. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to spend like 20 respec points because I like, you know, messed up there. POB for the win. You know, I stare at POB like way too much. I don't actually do anything. I just stare at it and I'm like, okay, what happens if I go in this direction? Do I save a point or 2? I wish there was somebody smart enough to like create some kind of PoE algorithm that like actually optimizes your tree for you. Wouldn't that be cool? So her name was POB. That would take the fun out of theory crafting. True. But it would be really fun for the person developing it. It definitely would take the fun out of theory crafting. But people already create all kinds of tools for building, you know? But I guess it is a little bit overboard. I suppose. One could dream. Want gold rim? I'm good. I don't think I necessarily have crazy resistance issues right now. Maybe minor ones, but I feel like I can fix that pretty easily. Jade Flask of Staunching, is this good? It's quite good. It's very good because first of all, you're playing a assassin, trickster, assassin. You're playing an assassin, so you're probably relying on evasion. So Jade Flask is gonna give you a good amount of evasion, and Staunching is really good because bleeding is just so annoying in this game. You need a way to dispel bleeds, unless you have some way of being immune to bleeds. So anytime you find yourself taking like crazy bleed damage over time, pop one of those flasks and then you'll be safe. You'll find that you're going to be using it a lot, especially in late game. So will this combine? Staunching is not for utility, it's for life flasks? It is? I've always used it for utility. Especially with like something like Corrupting Blood, like I'd rather not take on Corrupting Blood at all. Yeah, I actually much prefer putting it on utility flasks than life flasks. Because what I find with when I put it on life flasks is like I'll dispel bleed and then I'll take Corrupting Blood again. And it's just super annoying. And then, you know, sometimes I run out of charges doing that.
I'm not up to that just yet.
I didn't make it, I found it. No, I think it's you can definitely use it. It's useful. The idea is use it to dispel like any bleeds. Where is the exit? I use instant life flask. Makes it less good for dispelling things. Well, I assume, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, because I don't want to spam my flask when dealing with Corrupting Blood or bleed in general, and I don't have the reaction for it, I much prefer to have like 3 seconds of bleed immunity than, you know, maybe having to tap it multiple times or... Did I play D&D as a kid? Not enough to call it playing. We tinkered with it, I would say.
You won once.
Alright, let me find the waypoint and I gotta go. Unfortunately, we only made it halfway through Act 8. I was hoping I'd make it to the end. Super short stream, but like I said, you know, today's the only day where we're gonna get some good weather, so I wanna take a walk with my wife while we can.
Why are you still standing there?
Before it gets dark. Maybe I'll pop back for a little bit more. But for now, ooh, let's keep this Talon Axe though. Let's see if we can craft on it later. But for now, we're going to end this right here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.